Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Rambam, Hilchos Talmud Torah, Perek Vav. Today's Halacha Gimel, possibly Dovid. Ein roi lechacham. It is not fitting of a chacham, a Talmud chacham. Shiatriach es ha'am v'yechaven atzmo len kedei sheyamdu mipanav. Now remember, we said yesterday how important it is to accord the proper honor to Talmidei Chachamim, so much so that when they are within 6 feet of where you are, you have an obligation to stand up for them, and you can remain standing until they pass you. That's the obligation that we have. So now if you're a Talmid Chacham, maybe you like this. You like that wherever you walk, people start standing up for you. So says the Rambam, you can't do that. And therefore it's not fitting for a Talmid Chacham to be matriach, to burden the people, and have in mind that he's going to walk specifically in this particular place so they'll stand before him. Ella, rather, be a humble person. Yelech b'derech kitzara, you should go some kind of a shortcut. Umischavin shelo yiro isa, you want that other people should not see you. Echad sheyiro isa echad, nobody should see you. Kedei shelo yatrichu lama, so you won't bother them and you won't force them that they have to stand up. Why should I burden someone to stand up for me? That's just my own gaiva that's talking over here, my arrogance. I like the kavod, I like the honor, and therefore says the Rambam, be a mensch. Really be true to the Torah of humility and the like. Walk in a way that people, they won't be able to see you. The Chachamim, the great sages, all the way back to the times of the Gemara and the like, they used to find circular routes, so the people wouldn't recognize them. Mitsuyin, the people that recognize would not be around. Sham kedei shelo yatricha, they should not be matriach. They didn't want to trouble them to stand up. Now there's a very well-known and famous story with Rabbi Feinstein, Zecher Zad. He kept these words of the Rambam to a T. He would often slip into a large gathering where there were maybe hundreds of people, and he knew that if he walks in where everyone will see him, the whole place is going to stand up on their feet. He didn't want to do that. He didn't need it. So he would often slip in through a back door, through a side door. He would walk in such a way that nobody would feel his presence and see him. And the next thing you know, he's sitting in his seat. Nobody saw, nobody stood up. He was once by, I believe it was an Aguda convention, and he and Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky were getting ready to make their entrance into the auditorium that was filled with hundreds, if not thousands of people. And Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky knew very well the hanhaga, the way in which Rav Moshe would do things. So he began looking towards the side door, and he was going to Rav Moshe, let's walk it over there. This way we can do like you like to do. Nobody will feel us. And Rav Moshe grabbed him, and he said, no, today we're walking in the main door, and we're walking right down the middle of the aisle. And Rav Yaakov was very surprised, and he says, Rav Moshe, why? And he says, every other time that we walk into a room, so we have a halacha not to be matriach people, to trouble people and the like. I don't need the honor and the cover that is coming with it. He says, but tonight our wives are in the audience. And the nachas and the joy and the pleasure and the dignity they're going to feel towards us, because they feel that they are our wives, and look who their husbands are. It's so great for them. We have an obligation for the mitzvah of making our wives happy and shalom bayis to walk down the middle that everybody should stand. And on a rare occasion like that, Rav Moshe walked down the middle aisle and the entire place stood up for him because he wanted to give pleasure and simcha and nachas to his wife. David roichev harihu k'malach. Someone that's riding, for example, like on a wagon or the like, it's like mahalach, like someone that is walking. Just like you would stand up when a Talmid Chacham walks past you, so too the Talmid Chacham is riding. He's riding on a wagon, he's riding on a horse. We would apply to our generation, he's riding in a car, and the car is coming down the street, and one of the Gedolei Ador, Talmid Chacham, is in the car, and you were sitting on a bench. You have to stand up, because riding is the same thing as walking, and there's an obligation to stand and give honor to Talmidei Chachamim. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.